Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. We do lifestyle, fiber arts, vlogs, challenges, you know, yarn corners. We do absolutely everything that has to do with fiber art. And today we're doing a very exciting video. I'm so excited. We are in a new setup. This is my kitchen. I'm in my PPE and we're going to be dyeing some yarns. I can't believe it. I'm so excited to do it. I have never dyed anything. I'm such a noob, but I want to show you guys that it's super easy to do and anyone can do it. Thank you, Rit Dyes, for sending me some of their dyes. It looks really easy. I'm really excited. March is actually National Craft Month. I don't know if that counts for Canada, but I'm just going to assume it does because I'm a crafter. And they challenged me to work with space dyeing and try to incorporate the dyes into my fiber art pieces. Space dyeing is this weird technique where it looks very variegated. If you see, I'll post pictures up here. I feel like it's everywhere in fashion, and I think it'd be really cute for like the spring, summer times. I know that Paloma Will does a really amazing variegation of it. I'll show you guys all my equipment and then walk you through the process of what we're gonna do and then do the demo. And I think that's how we're gonna format this video. Let's get on with it. I'm just wearing, you really don't need all this equipment, but I have goggles or like glasses, and then I'm wearing a lab coat. Just, I don't wanna get any dye on myself. And it says here that it is an eye irritant, and we're not gonna risk anything. These are the dyes and these are the colors that I got. So the first color I got was Rit Black. I think black is just a super basic color that like you could use for anything. I think it is great if you have some faded clothes that you don't necessarily wear anymore because they're not like a true black. You could use this and just like liven it up. So I got dark brown and tan. I have seen everywhere on TikTok, it was like a whole like moment where people were just putting in clothes that they had that maybe they didn't wear anymore, and they just doused this into their laundry like machine, their washer, and it would dye the color brown. And I am obsessed with brown. I think clothes that are brown are just so cute. So if you are looking for that, I think that would be really fun. And then I've also seen people dyeing like Converse shoes, which I also think is just so fun. Anyway, and then the two last colors I got, which were kind of funkier to me, are Kelly Green and Navy. These two colors mixed together and these two colors mixed together, I think would create like a really nice space dye. These dyes are actually all-purpose dyes, so you can dye cotton, wool, nylon, and more. So I think it'd be perfect with the yarns that I'm using. These are also in liquid form and they're not in powder form, so you don't have to wear a mask or like a dust mask. It's all like super safe and like you don't have to worry about inhaling anything. So these are the yarns that we'll be using. I have 4 skeins. These are fingering weight. It's 80% merino superwash wool and 20% nylon. And then this guy is my lace weight mohair. You know we had to try it with a mohair. This is 25 grams. It's lace weight. It's 75% mohair and 25% silk. So we're ready to try it out. I think I'm gonna do like one color this way and then one color this way just to separate them. If you guys like how these colors come out, I could definitely put them on the store and sell them to you guys, and I think that'd be really fun. But at the end of the video, hopefully I'll have a swatch available so you can see how these look like knitted up. So other equipment I'm also using, I have tongs. I actually bought one of these pans because I wanted to do more dyeing. I actually bought some acid dyes that I'll be using for other yarns to sell in the future, and just kind of work with, because I think it'd be really fun to see what I can do with dyeing, like because this is literally just the beginning. I have white vinegar, just like some detergent that you have at home, and you're gonna need lots of water. The first thing I'm going to be doing is a pre-wash soak of the yarns here. To soak them in just like a Dawn soap. I'm just kind of cleaning them, soaking them, making sure that they're prepped for the dye. After that, we're then going to dye the yarns, soak them. For this specific dye and for dyeing yarns that are natural fibers, we're going to be using acid dye. So you're going to need vinegar or some sort of acidic component that will allow the dye to absorb into the yarns. We're going to just be using vinegar, but usually people use like citric acid or something. After we soak these guys in the dyes, we are going to wash them. So just like wash the remaining dye that doesn't like absorb into the yarns, and then dry them. So that's the process. I have never done it before. I know I sound like I know what I'm doing, but I have just done a lot of research. Hopefully we can execute and everything will turn out Gucci gang. So let's get on with it. I have a bucket here. I'm going to unravel these guys out of the hanks. I wish I had zip tags because that's what normally people use. They'll have like zip tags to ensure that the yarn doesn't kind of get tangled, because these guys can get tangled really easily if you aren't careful, so be careful. I'm, however, being not careful. Oh wow, this looks absolutely delish. So I just soaked them in there. We'll probably just soak them for like 30 minutes and get everything else ready. For the Rit Dyes instruction on here, it says to do everything in one bowl, but we're gonna separate them. It says to shake well. The plan is, for the brown ones, I'm going to separate them, put them into different bottles, and then dilute them, and then kind of slowly almost paint it on, but with water. Gosh, explaining things is so difficult. Okay, oh my gosh! Most of the video is going to be voiceover just because it was very chaotic in the kitchen. But the first step, as you can see, I am washing the wool. I made sure to just kind of press it down into the water at first, not really touching it for the 30 minutes. And as you can see, I'm not really, I'm wrung it a little. Just like press it to just get most of the water out. But you don't want to agitate it too much. At least I don't want to, because I'm always afraid that it will felt together. I then just put it in the pan. I added a couple cups of water and then vinegar. I could have honestly mixed it together, but for some reason I'm here putting them into teaspoons and having to mix it to make sure that it is all evenly spread out, because the acid itself is the thing that's going to get it to absorb. So this is me just opening the Rit Dyes. I have cups here that I'm going to put them into. I measured and I'm watching a video tutorial. I have my gloves on, but honestly it wasn't too bad. I don't think it's the end of the world if these dyes do really get on you, on your hands or anything. So I tried to make sure that I was using utensils that weren't going to be in contact with any food. So here you can see me spreading on with the spoon, but it wasn't really effective, so I started just spreading it with the cup. And then kind of agitating it as well. I have it on a hot plate. I probably could have just added more water and wouldn't have had to agitate it, but I just thought it created more of a feathered out look than to have such strict lines. So I first added on the 10, and so this is me adding on the brown, and I felt like it was quite dark and I got very intimidated by it, but once it kind of mixed together and I left out some patches of just the yarn by itself, I think it created a really nice effect. So once I was kind of satisfied with how it looked, I kind of just let it sit there and absorb the water. And as you can see, I'm like, my mom's pointing because I don't feel confident with like where to put the dye. I was really scared because like once you put it somewhere, it's kind of there forever. But yeah, this is me just adding more and swooshing it around. And it was really fun. I really loved this whole process. It was really fast, not gonna lie. Even though it felt like a long time, it went by super fast, and I wasn't even using that many grams of grams of yarn. You can actually, I think you can dye probably like 2 to 3 skeins of 100 grams. And so this is me doing the green and navy. I was super intimidated by this green. I initially thought it was gonna be more of a apple tone, because I don't know, that's what I assumed, but it's more I would like an evergreen, and so then I started adding the navy and was very intimidated by that navy because it's very dark. At that point I just let the cup do whatever it wanted and just tried to mix it as much as possible, and I didn't want any of like the white showing, and so after that I took the yarns out and put them back into the bowl, just washed them. I gave it a good nice little rinse, and we were on with it. Yeah, this was the result right after washing, so they're going to be able to dry for the next day, and it takes probably about like a day or two to have them all fully dry. Okay, so today is the next day. Sorry if it ended abruptly, but after we washed it, I just put it on some clothing racks. The blue and green one is still drying, but I thought I would show you how the tan one came out. Oh my god, the lighting is just all over the place. So this is what it looks like. These are both of the skeins I was going. for a very funky kind of look. I really like the colors. I think the brown and the tan went really well together, and I'm just going to hank it and then show you the beautifulness of the hank, and then knit up a swatch. Oh wow. Sorry, I'm like freaking over like literally nothing. But this is a 50-gram hank. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. They're supposedly supposed to be the same, but look at how nice they are. The mohair, I find it didn't pick up so well. The silk of the mohair was fine, but the mohair didn't really pick up any of the dye, so maybe that's just a Rit dye, or maybe I have to try another acid dye, we'll see. But I'll quickly show the green one. I have a feeling I might make this one into a sock or something, but it's really pretty. There you go. Not gonna lie, I was obsessed with how this guy caked up, and it was so fun to knit as well. I just did a mini swatch of I think it was 3mm. I didn't do a full 10 by 10 centimeters, it was just half. And you can see the little swatch. I love the little variegations here and there. It's so like spotty in the best way. Yeah, if you guys have any cool names for these yarns, I would love to hear them in the comments below. And then there's me struggling to put the green and blue one on, but oh my goodness, look at how it looks on the winder. The Swift and winder. I thought that the colors actually came out really well. I was really scared about it. You should have asked my mother. She heard all of my worries. But the cake is really cute. And knitting it up was super simple. Same thing as the last one. I just had half a swatch because I really wanted to get just a swatch just to see what I could do with it. And I actually didn't show the mohair in this video, but if you guys want to see a picture, I could definitely put it on Instagram. And there you go. Super, just the tones. I don't know. It was so fun. I just recently bought a pot, so hopefully I can do just full-on tonals, and I'm very excited about that. Thank you again, Rit Dyes, for sponsoring this video, and I'll have them linked in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Bye!